The group of shivering dinosaurs, including Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, Charlie, Echo, and Delta, found themselves lost and freezing in the midst of a winter snowfall night. They stumbled upon a functional airport and sought shelter in a warm hangar. Inside the hangar, they encountered SCP-682, a neutral yet indestructible monster reptile who was sleeping peacefully. The dinosaurs, unable to withstand the extreme cold, decided to lie down on the cold floor underneath a warm blanket they found. However, the cold had taken its toll on them and they had all fallen sick, coughing and sneezing uncontrollably. Blue, the leader of the Velociraptor pack, asked SCP-682 to create another blanket for them. Without waking up, SCP-682 used his bladed tail to create another blanket and placed it over the dinosaurs. They all snuggled beneath the double layer of blankets, finding some relief from the cold. As they started to drift off to sleep, Godzilla suddenly appeared outside the airport. Rexy, the fearless T-Rex, wanted to go out and face the mighty monster, but SCP-682 stopped her, assuring her that he could handle it. Despite Rexy's protests, SCP-682 insisted that she needed to rest as she was too delicate and vulnerable in her sick state. Reluctantly, Rexy obeyed and watched as SCP-682 engaged in a fierce battle with Godzilla. Using his incredible strength and powers, SCP-682 managed to defeat and devour Godzilla, returning to the hangar covered in the monster's blood. The dinosaurs, impressed by SCP-682's prowess, asked him about the battle. SCP-682 nonchalantly replied that it was exhilarating, before closing the door and returning to sleep. Rexy looked at SCP-682 with a sense of respect and gratitude before joining her companions in sleeping peacefully on the warm floor. As they snuggled together under the blankets, they felt safe and protected, knowing that SCP-682 was there to watch over them. The night passed peacefully, with the dinosaurs sleeping soundly in the warmth of the hangar. And as dawn broke, they woke up feeling refreshed and ready to continue their journey, grateful for the strange but powerful ally they had encountered on their winter night adventure. The screen focuses on the feet and legs of the shivering dinosaurs as they walk aimlessly, teeth chattering and bodies shaking vigorously in the freezing cold. Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, along with their companions, are desperate for warmth as they stumble upon a functional hangar at an airport. Inside, SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, is peacefully sleeping. Without hesitation, the dinosaurs make themselves comfortable on the cold floor, wrapping themselves in blankets to ward off the chill. However, the cold takes a toll on them, making them sick with green-colored skulls, red noses, and dark spots beneath their eyes. As the dinosaurs groan and cough in discomfort, Blue turns to SCP-682 and timidly asks for another blanket. The creature, still asleep, uses its bladed tail to create an extra layer of warmth for the group. Gratefully, the dinosaurs huddle together under the blankets, finding some relief from the harsh winter night. But their respite is short-lived when Godzilla appears outside, roaring and causing a commotion. Rexy, feeling protective, tries to confront Godzilla, but SCP-682 intervenes, telling her to leave it to him. The creature faces off against the massive beast, absorbing its atomic breath and ultimately defeating it with its powerful bladed tail. With the threat eliminated, SCP-682 returns to the hangar, wiping the blood off its jaws before settling back down to sleep. Rexy, impressed by SCP-682's display of power, casually asks about its meal. The creature responds with satisfaction, describing the encounter as exhilarating. As SCP-682 closes the door and joins the dinosaurs on the floor, Rexy gazes at the creature in admiration before drifting off to sleep alongside her companions. In their slumber, the dinosaurs find peace and warmth in the cozy hangar, protected by SCP-682's formidable presence. The story ends with a sense of tranquility as the group rests soundly, safe from the cold and any outside threats. This dialogue-centric tale blends elements of thriller and creativity, showcasing the unique dynamics between the dinosaurs and SCP-682 in a challenging environment. The narrative unfolds with tension and intrigue, offering a satisfying conclusion as the characters find solace in each other's company. As the camera focuses on the feet and legs of the shivering dinosaurs, we see Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Big E.T., Little E.T., Blue, Charlie, Echo, and Delta all walking aimlessly, shivering heavily in the freezing cold. Their sharp teeth chattering, bodies shaking vigorously, they stumble upon a functional warm hangar in the airport. Inside the hangar, SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, is seen sleeping peacefully. The dinosaurs, unable to bear the cold any longer, enter the warm hangar and lie down on the cold floor, wrapping themselves in blankets. They start to fall sick, sneezing and coughing, their nostrils turning red and their eyes developing dark spots. Blue, the Velociraptor, asks SCP-682 to make another blanket for them, using its telekinetic abilities to create one. The dinosaurs lie under the double layer of blankets, sighing in relief. Rexy pleads with SCP-682 to let them go out and fight Godzilla, who is roaming outside, but SCP-682 calms her down and deals with the monster itself. SCP-682 engages in a fierce battle with Godzilla, absorbing its atomic breath and slicing it in half with its bladed tail. After devouring the monster's body, SCP-682 returns to the hangar, wiping the blood off its jawline. Rexy asks SCP-682 how the food was, to which SCP-682 responds, it was exhilarating. Closing the door with its tail, SCP-682 returns to sleep, while Rexy snuggles up with her companions under the warm blankets. As they drift off to sleep, the hangar is filled with peaceful silence. The story is filled with suspense as the dinosaurs face the challenge of surviving the freezing cold and the threat of Godzilla. SCP-682's unexpected assistance adds a thrilling twist to the tale, showcasing the power and abilities of the mysterious monster reptile. The dialogues between the dinosaurs and SCP-682 add depth to the characters, highlighting their interactions and bonds in the face of danger. The theme of teamwork and reliance on each other for survival is prevalent throughout the story, emphasizing the importance of unity in overcoming obstacles. The creative elements, such as SCP-682's telekinetic powers and ability to generate blankets, add a fantastical touch to the narrative. The vivid descriptions of the battle between SCP-682 and Godzilla create a sense of action and excitement, keeping the readers engaged until the end of the story. Overall, the story combines elements of thriller, suspense, and teamwork, creating a captivating tale of survival and camaraderie in the face of adversity. With its creative twists and imaginative storytelling, the narrative showcases the resilience and strength of the dinosaurs as they navigate through a treacherous situation with the help of an unexpected ally. As the camera focuses on their feet and legs, we see the group of shivering dinosaurs like Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their teammates walking aimlessly, teeth chattering, and bodies shaking vigorously. They stumble upon a warm hangar inside the airport where SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, is sleeping peacefully. Rexy, shivering heavily, we need to find a place to rest. It's freezing out here. Zeb, nodding, agreed. Let's go inside and warm up. They all enter the hangar and lie down on the floor, wrapping themselves in blankets. Despite this, they all start to fall sick, sneezing and coughing, their eyes developing dark spots. Indy, coughing, this cold is unbearable. We need more blankets. Blue, looking at SCP-682, can you make another blanket for us? SCP-682 uses its telekinesis to create another blanket and covers the dinosaurs with it. They lie down, sighing in relief. Rexy, groaning, thank you, SCP-682. We appreciate it. Just then, Godzilla appears outside, causing panic among the dinosaurs. Rexy, concerned, what do we do now? SCP-682, calmly, leave it to me. I'll take care of it. The dinosaurs watch in awe as SCP-682 defeats Godzilla with ease, returning to the hangar. Rexy, impressed, that was amazing. How do you feel? SCP-682, grinning, exhilarated. Dinner was delicious. Rexy, chuckling, well, as long as you're happy. They all settle down to sleep, with Rexy snuggling close to her companions under the warm blanket. Rexy, smiling, good night, everyone. We'll be safe here. SCP-682 closes the door with its tail, ensuring their safety as they drift off to sleep. The dinosaurs sleep peacefully, the sound of their gentle snores filling the hangar as the snow continues to fall outside. The warmth of the hangar and the presence of SCP-682 bring them comfort and security in the midst of the cold winter night. The camera pans out, showing the peaceful scene inside the hangar as the story comes to a close, highlighting the importance of friendship and unity in facing challenges together. The night was bitterly cold as the group of shivering dinosaurs, including Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their teammates were walking aimlessly, unable to stop shaking due to the extreme weather. They stumbled upon a functional hangar at the airport where SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, was sleeping peacefully. As they entered the warm interiors, they lay down on the floor, wrapping themselves in a blanket and starting to feel sick. Their bodies shook, teeth chattered, and they couldn't stop sneezing and coughing. Green skulls, red nostrils, and dark spots under their eyelids showed how unwell they were. Blue, the female velociraptor, requested SCP-682 to make another blanket, which he did using his bladed tail. The dinosaur settled down underneath the double layer of blanket, feeling relieved. As they relaxed, Godzilla suddenly appeared outside the airport, causing Rexy to get up. However, SCP-682 stopped her, insisting that he could deal with the situation. Rexy, after a moment of hesitation, accepted SCP-682's words and stayed inside the warm hangar. As SCP-682 battled Godzilla and emerged victorious, the dinosaurs were amazed at his power. Once the fight was over, SCP-682 returned to the hangar, cleaning himself up and closing the door with his bladed tail. The dinosaurs, including Rexy, asked him about the meal, to which he casually replied that it was exhilarating. After closing the door and returning to sleep, Rexy snuggled up next to her companions, feeling safe and warm. She drifted off to sleep, feeling grateful for SCP-682's protection and the peace of the moment. The story ended with the dinosaurs sleeping peacefully inside the warm hangar, free from distractions and disturbances, thanks to SCP-682's watchful eye. The night passed quietly, with the creatures finding comfort and solace in each other's company, despite the dangers that lurked outside. As they slept, the hangar was filled with the soft sounds of their breathing, the rustling of the blanket, and the gentle hum of SCP-682's presence. In that moment, they were a family, united by their shared struggle and their fierce determination to survive in a world that often seemed intent on tearing them apart. And as the night faded into dawn, the dinosaurs awoke, feeling refreshed and renewed, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With SCP-682 by their side, they knew they could conquer anything, together. The bond between them had only grown stronger in the face of adversity, proving that even in the darkest of times, light and hope could still shine through. The scene opens with a focus on the feet and legs of a group of shivering dinosaurs including Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their companions from Jurassic World and Camp Cretaceous. They are all seen walking around aimlessly, shivering heavily with their arms folded across their chests, sharp teeth chattering and bodies shaking vigorously in the cold. The dinosaurs stumble upon a warm hangar inside a functional airport where SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, is sleeping peacefully. As the dinosaurs enter the warm hangar, they start to wear woolen caps on their heads and lie down on the cold floor underneath a blanket. Despite their efforts to stay warm, they start to fall sick, constantly sneezing and coughing. Their skulls turn sickly green, nostrils red, and eyes develop dark spots beneath their eyelids. The dinosaurs groan and sigh in pain, unable to stop shivering. Blue, the leader of the Velociraptor pack, approaches SCP-682 and politely requests for another blanket to help them keep warm. SCP-682, still asleep, uses its bladed tail to generate another blanket out of thin air and places it over the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs lay down underneath the double layer of blankets and finally find some relief from the cold. As they begin to drift off to sleep, Godzilla suddenly appears outside the airport and starts to roam around. Rexy, the female T-Rex, expresses her concern but SCP-682 intervenes, stopping her from going out to confront the massive beast. SCP-682 assures the dinosaurs that it will handle the situation and instructs them to go back to sleep. Rexy reluctantly obeys SCP-682's command and watches as the monstrous reptile engages in a fierce battle with Godzilla. Using its telekinetic abilities and powerful tail, SCP-682 manages to defeat and consume Godzilla, returning to the hangar covered in blood. The dinosaurs, still in awe of SCP-682's strength, casually ask about the battle and the meal it had. SCP-682 nonchalantly responds that it was an exhilarating experience and returns to its spot on the floor to sleep. With the door closed and the threat of Godzilla eliminated, the dinosaurs snuggle up together underneath the warm blankets, feeling safe and protected. Rexy stares at SCP-682 for a moment before closing her eyes and drifting off to sleep, her companions beside her. The scene ends with all the dinosaurs sleeping peacefully inside the warm hangar, the sound of their snores filling the air. Despite the chaos outside, they find solace in each other's company and the warmth of SCP-682's protection. The night passes quietly, with the dinosaurs resting soundly under the watchful eye of their unlikely guardian. As the camera focuses on the feet and legs of the shivering dinosaurs, Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Big E.T., Little E.T., Blue, Charlie, Echo, and Delta are seen walking aimlessly in the freezing cold night. Their teeth chatter and bodies shake violently as they struggle to bear the extreme weather. They stumble upon a functional hangar within the airport and enter the warm interiors. SCP-682, the indestructible reptile monster, is seen sleeping peacefully inside. The dinosaurs huddle together on the cold floor, wrapping themselves in blankets, but they cannot stop sneezing and coughing. Their skin turns sickly green, their nostrils red, and dark circles form under their eyes. Blue speaks up, asking SCP-682 to make another blanket for them. The creature, still asleep, uses its bladed tail to create another blanket out of thin air and covers the shivering dinosaurs. They lay down, feeling the warmth seep into their bones. Suddenly, Godzilla appears outside the airport, causing a stir among the dinosaurs. Rexy stands up, but SCP-682 blocks her path, insisting that it can handle the situation. Rexy reluctantly accepts and watches as SCP-682 effortlessly defeats Godzilla, consuming its body with ease. After the battle, SCP-682 returns to the warm hangar and closes the door with its tail. Rexy thanks the creature for its help, asking about the meal it just had. SCP-682 responds nonchalantly, stating that it was quite exhilarating. As the dinosaurs settle back down, Rexy snuggles up next to her companions under the warm blanket. She drifts off to sleep, feeling grateful for the warmth and protection provided by SCP-682. In their dreams, the dinosaurs are safe and warm, free from the harsh winter outside. The story ends with peace and tranquility in the hangar, as SCP-682 and the dinosaurs sleep soundly, their fears and uncertainties forgotten for the night. The freezing cold winter snowfall night cast a chilling atmosphere over the airport where a group of shivering dinosaurs like Rexy the female adult T-Rex from Jurassic World, Zeb the male adult Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion movie, Spino the male adult bipedal Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, Indy the female Indominus Rex from Jurassic World, Ripper the Indoraptor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Spike the neutral gender Scorpius Rex alongside the mother-daughter T-Rex duo, Big E.T. mother T-Rex and Little E.T. adolescent T-Rex daughter from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Netflix show, Blue the female adult Velociraptor from Jurassic World alongside her Velociraptor teammates like Charlie, Echo, and Delta, were seen walking aimlessly around, shivering heavily with arms folded across their chests, sharp teeth chattering, and bodies shaking vigorously. Unable to withstand the extreme weather for too long, the dinosaurs stumbled upon a functional hangar inside the airport, where SCP-682, the neutral yet indestructible monster reptile, was seen sleeping peacefully. As the dinosaurs entered the warm hangar interiors, they started to wear woolen caps and laid down on the floor underneath a blanket, trying to find relief from the cold. However, soon they started falling sick, sneezing and coughing, their skulls turning a sickly green color, nostrils red, and eyes developing dark spots beneath their eyelids. Blue, the Velociraptor, requested SCP-682 to make another blanket for them, using his telekinetic abilities with his bladed tail. SCP-682 complied, creating an extra layer of warmth for the dinosaurs to rest on. As they lay down, exhausted and sick, they began to groan and sigh in pain, their condition deteriorating. Despite their sickness, Godzilla suddenly appeared outside the airport, causing a stir among the dinosaurs. Rexy, the T-Rex, stood up to confront the massive beast, but SCP-682 intervened, stopping her with his bladed tail. He reassured Rexy that he could handle Godzilla and instructed her to go back to sleep, as she was too delicate to fight. Reluctantly, Rexy obeyed, watching as SCP-682 engaged in a fierce battle with Godzilla outside. The neutral yet powerful monster reptile absorbed Godzilla's atomic breath, increasing the brightness of his glowing eyes and focusing his energy on his bladed tail. With a swift and precise strike, SCP-682 sliced Godzilla in half, consuming the monster's body and head. Returning to the warm hangar interiors, SCP-682 closed the door and settled back down to sleep, wiping the blood off his jawline with his tongue. Rexy, impressed by SCP-682's display of power, casually inquired about his meal. SCP-682 responded nonchalantly, stating that it was quite exhilarating, before drifting off to sleep. As the rest of the dinosaurs snuggled together underneath the blankets, Rexy gazed at SCP-682 before closing her eyes and drifting off to sleep, feeling safe and protected in the warmth of the hangar. The night passed peacefully, with the dinosaurs sleeping soundly, their sickness gradually fading away under the watchful eye of SCP-682. And so, with the threat of Godzilla vanquished and the comfort of a warm shelter, the group of unlikely companions found solace in each other's company, despite the challenges they faced. The group of shivering dinosaurs stared at each other with worried expressions, their bodies shaking uncontrollably from the cold. Rexy, the wise female T-Rex, spoke up first, her voice filled with concern. Rexy, I don't think we can last much longer out here in the cold. We need to find shelter before we all get sick. Zeb, the massive Giganotosaurus, nodded in agreement, his teeth chattering loudly. Zeb, I can barely feel my toes anymore. We need to find warmth, and fast. Spino, the bipedal Spinosaurus, shivered as he spoke up, his voice weak from the cold. Spino, I saw a hangar up ahead. Maybe we can find some warmth in there. Indy, the fearsome Indominus Rex, let out a sneeze, her nose turning a bright shade of red. Indy, I don't care where we go, as long as it's warm. I can't take this cold anymore. Ripper, the sleek Indoraptor, let out a low growl, his eyes darting around nervously. Ripper, let's not waste any time. We need to find shelter before we all freeze to death. Spike, the neutral Scorpius Rex, nodded in agreement, their sharp claws clicking against the frozen ground. Spike, I'll lead the way. Follow me, and stay close together. As the group of dinosaurs stumbled upon the hangar, they were relieved to find warm interiors inside. They all huddled together on the floor, wrapping themselves in blankets to ward off the cold. However, the relief was short-lived as they all started to fall sick, their bodies succumbing to the harsh weather. Blue, the lead velociraptor, coughed and sneezed as she spoke up weakly, her voice muffled by illness. Blue, I think we're all coming down with something. This isn't good. The other dinosaurs groaned and sighed in pain, their green-skinned skulls turning sickly in color. It was clear that they needed help, and fast. Rexy, we need to find a way to get better. We can't afford to be sick in this condition. Spike, maybe SCP-682 can help us. I've heard stories of its incredible healing abilities. Rexy, it's worth a shot. Let's see if we can get its attention. The dinosaurs gathered together, mustering their strength to approach SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile that was sleeping peacefully in the hangar. They watched in awe as SCP-682 effortlessly dealt with the threat of Godzilla, absorbing its atomic breath and slicing it in half with its bladed tail. After the battle was over, Rexy approached SCP-682, her tiny arms crossed in front of her chest as she spoke. Rexy, thank you for your help. We are all sick and in need of healing. SCP-682 opened its eyes and nodded in agreement, its voice calm and soothing. SCP-682, I will do what I can to help. Rest now, and let me take care of you. The dinosaurs settled down, feeling safe and protected under SCP-682's watchful gaze. They drifted off to sleep, their bodies finally beginning to heal from the cold and sickness. In the end, they found comfort and solace in each other's presence, knowing that they were not alone in their struggle. And as they slept, SCP-682 stood guard, watching over them with a sense of quiet determination. For they were not just a group of cold and sick dinosaurs, but a family, bound together by their shared experiences and their unbreakable bond. And in that moment, as they slept peacefully in the warm embrace of the hangar, they knew that they would always have each other, no matter what challenges they may face in the future. The cold winter night was unforgiving as the group of shivering heavily dinosaurs stumbled upon a functional airport hangar. They were all seen walking around aimlessly, arms folded across their chests, sharp teeth chattering, and powerful bodies shaking vigorously. They were unable to withstand the extreme weather for too long. As they entered the warm hangar, they immediately started to wear woolen caps and lay down on the cold floor underneath a blanket. Soon, they all started to fall sick, constantly sneezing and coughing, their skulls turning sickly green, nostrils red, and eyes developing dark spots beneath their eyelids. Blue, the female adult velociraptor, requested sleeping SCP-682 to make another blanket for them. Without any hesitation, SCP-682 used its bladed tail to generate another blanket and put it on top of the existing one. Rexy, the female adult T-Rex, expressed her desire to go out and fight off Godzilla, who was roaming outside the airport. But SCP-682 intervened, stopping her with its bladed tail and insisting that it would handle the situation. Rexy reluctantly accepted SCP-682's words and stood with her arms crossed, watching the fierce battle between SCP-682 and Godzilla. SCP-682 emerged victorious, devouring Godzilla's body and returning to the warm hangar. After the battle, Rexy casually asked SCP-682 about the meal, to which SCP-682 responded that it was exhilarating. With the door closed securely by SCP-682, the dinosaur settled down to sleep peacefully on the warm floor under the double layer of blanket. Big E.T. Mother T-Rex was seen nuzzling near her adolescent daughter T-Rex, Little E.T., underneath the blanket, showing a tender moment of affection and care amidst the chaos. As Rexy drifted off to sleep, she felt a sense of gratitude towards SCP-682 for protecting them and providing them with warmth in the cold night. The dinosaurs slept peacefully, knowing that they were safe and cared for in the presence of SCP-682. The night passed without any further disturbances, and the dinosaurs woke up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. They thanked SCP-682 for its kindness and protection before heading out into the world once again, ready to face whatever challenges may come their way. And so, the unlikely alliance between the dinosaurs and SCP-682 flourished, showcasing the power of unity and compassion in overcoming adversity. As they ventured out into the unknown, they knew that they were stronger together, ready to face whatever dangers may lie ahead. The freezing cold winter snowfall night settled over the airport, causing the group of dinosaurs, including Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their velociraptor teammates, to shiver heavily as they walked aimlessly, seeking warmth. Their teeth chattered, their bodies shook vigorously, and they wrapped themselves in woolen caps and blankets to shield themselves from the cold. Finally, they stumbled upon a functional hangar within the airport, where SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, lay sleeping. Without disturbing the creature, they gathered near each other on the cold floor, sharing blankets and trying to find relief from their sickness. Their green skulls, red nostrils, and darkened eyes bore witness to their discomfort. Blue, the female velociraptor, requested that SCP-682 conjure another blanket for them. The sleeping monster complied, using telekinesis to create an additional layer of warmth for the dinosaurs. They lay down, sighing in relief, but still groaning in pain from their illness. As they settled in for the night, Godzilla barged into the airport, causing Rexy to stir. However, SCP-682 intervened, insisting that the dinosaurs leave the battle to him. Despite Rexy's protests, the creature made it clear that he could handle the situation and urged them to rest. Reluctantly, Rexy obeyed, standing with her arms crossed as she watched SCP-682 defeat Godzilla with ease. The monster devoured the fallen beast, returning to the hangar covered in blood. When Rexy inquired about the meal, SCP-682 nonchalantly replied that it was exhilarating. With the threat eliminated, SCP-682 closed the door and settled down to sleep alongside the other dinosaurs in the warm hangar. Despite their initial wariness, the creatures found comfort in each other's presence, nestled under blankets and drifting off to sleep. Big E.T. Mother T-Rex nuzzled her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., underneath the blanket, providing a sense of security and warmth in the cold night. The dinosaurs, including Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their velociraptor teammates, slept peacefully, safe from the harsh winter weather outside. The hangar became a sanctuary for the weary creatures, a place of rest and respite amidst the chaos of the airport. Despite their differences, they found solace in each other's company, united by their shared struggle against the elements. As the night wore on, the dinosaurs' snores filled the hangar, a symphony of peaceful slumber in the midst of a tumultuous world. And as the snow continued to fall outside, the warmth and camaraderie inside the hangar prevailed, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Words, 422. It was a freezing cold night, and the group of dinosaurs found themselves shivering heavily in the snowfall. Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their velociraptor teammates were all huddled together, their arms folded across their chests, teeth chattering, and bodies shaking vigorously. As they stumbled upon a hangar with warm interiors in a functional airport, they wasted no time in entering and seeking refuge from the cold. Inside, they found SCP-682, the neutral yet indestructible monster reptile, sleeping peacefully. The dinosaurs quickly made themselves comfortable, wrapping themselves in blankets and lying down on the warm floor. However, the extreme cold had already taken a toll on them, and they started to fall sick. Constant sneezing and coughing, sickly green skulls, red nostrils, and dark spots beneath their eyelids were all signs of their illness. Blue, the leader of the velociraptors, requested SCP-682 to make another blanket for them. Still sleeping, SCP-682 used its bladed tail to generate another blanket out of thin air, providing the dinosaurs with extra warmth. As they lay down underneath the double layer of blankets, they began to groan and sigh in pain. Rexy, the powerful female T-Rex, tried to get up to confront the threat of Godzilla outside, but SCP-682 stopped her, insisting that it would handle the situation. Watching from inside, the dinosaurs observed as SCP-682 effortlessly defeated Godzilla, absorbing its atomic breath and crushing its lifeless body between its powerful jaws. The neutral monster returned to the warm hangar, wiping the blood off its jawline with its tongue. As the group of dinosaurs congratulated SCP-682 on its victory, they asked about the food it had just consumed. SCP-682 casually replied that it was quite exhilarating before closing the door and returning to sleep. Nestled underneath the warm blanket, the Big E.T. Mother T-Rex was seen nuzzling near her adolescent daughter, Little E.T. The group of dinosaurs, now feeling safe and warm, settled down for the night, drifting off to sleep with the sound of the snowfall outside. In the end, peace and comfort filled the hangar as SCP-682 and the dinosaurs slept peacefully, free from any disturbances or distractions. The night had been long and challenging, but together, they had found warmth and safety in each other's company. Words, 386. The freezing cold winter night was unbearable for the group of dinosaurs as they shivered heavily, their sharp teeth chattering and bodies shaking vigorously. Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their fellow velociraptors Charlie, Echo, and Delta walked aimlessly, desperate for warmth. They stumbled upon a functional hangar within an airport, where SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, lay sleeping peacefully. Without hesitation, the dinosaurs entered the warm hangar and curled up on the cold floor underneath the blanket. They started to fall sick, sneezing and coughing, their skulls turning green and nostrils red. SCP-682, still asleep, sensed their discomfort and used his telekinesis to create another blanket for them. The dinosaurs laid under the double layer of blankets, finding some relief from the cold. As they settled down, Rexy, the alpha female T-Rex, decided to confront a roaming Godzilla outside. However, SCP-682 intervened, stopping her with his bladed tail and insisting that he could handle the situation. Rexy, though powerful, reluctantly agreed and settled back down with the group, watching through the hangar doors as SCP-682 effortlessly defeated Godzilla. Once the threat was eliminated, SCP-682 returned to the hangar and closed the door with his bladed tail. The dinosaurs, impressed by his power, casually inquired about his meal. SCP-682, in his calm manner, described the experience as exhilarating before settling back down to sleep. Rexy, still standing with her arms crossed, asked SCP-682 how his meal went. Content with his response, she allowed herself to relax and nestle near her companions, feeling the warmth of the blankets and the peace of the hangar. As she drifted off to sleep, she felt a sense of gratitude towards SCP-682 for his protection. The Big E.T. Mother T-Rex was seen nuzzling her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., underneath the blanket, a touching moment of familial love amidst the chaos of the night. The dinosaurs, finally finding some respite from the cold, slept soundly, their breaths creating small clouds in the warm hangar. In the stillness of the night, SCP-682 and the dinosaurs shared a moment of unity, bound together by the simple need for warmth and safety. The hangar, once a place of fear and uncertainty, had transformed into a haven for these creatures, a temporary refuge from the harsh winter storm outside. As the night wore on, the dinosaurs dreamt of warmer days and brighter skies, comforted by the presence of each other and the gentle rumblings of SCP-682 as he slept peacefully nearby. And in that moment, they found solace in the knowledge that no matter what challenges they faced, they would always have each other to rely on. The story ended with the image of the dinosaurs sleeping peacefully, their forms bathed in the soft glow of the hangar lights, a silent testament to the bond that had formed between them in the face of adversity. And as the snow continued to fall outside, they slept soundly, wrapped in the warmth of their makeshift sanctuary, grateful for the small moments of respite that life had offered them. The cold winter night was particularly harsh for the group of dinosaurs as they found themselves shivering uncontrollably, unable to withstand the extreme weather for too long. Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their velociraptor teammates found themselves wandering aimlessly, their sharp teeth chattering and bodies shaking violently. In a stroke of luck, they stumbled upon a functional warm hangar within an abandoned airport. As they entered the warm interiors, they immediately lay down on the cold floor near each other, seeking comfort underneath the blanket that SCP-682, the neutral yet indestructible monster reptile, had conjured up for them. Despite the warmth, the dinosaurs soon fell sick, constantly sneezing and coughing as their once powerful bodies succumbed to the cold. Blue, the leader of the velociraptor pack, requested SCP-682 to make another blanket for them. The creature obliged, using its bladed tail to create a second layer of warmth for the ailing dinosaurs. They all sighed with relief and settled down to rest, their green skulls and red nostrils reflecting the sickness that had overtaken them. As they lay there, groaning and sighing in pain, Godzilla suddenly appeared outside the airport, causing a stir among the group. Rexy, ever the brave leader, attempted to confront the massive beast, but SCP-682 intervened, using its immense power to defeat Godzilla and devour its remains. Having dealt with the threat, SCP-682 closed the door to the hangar, ensuring the safety of the dinosaurs inside. Rexy, still standing with her arms crossed, inquired about the creature's meal, to which SCP-682 casually replied that it was quite exhilarating. With the danger gone, the dinosaurs settled down once more, nestling close to each other under the warm blankets. Big E.T. Mother T-Rex could be seen nuzzling her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., calling her sweetheart in a tender moment of quiet before they all drifted off to sleep. As the night went on, SCP-682 and the dinosaurs slept peacefully, undisturbed by the outside world, finding solace and warmth in each other's presence. The hangar became a haven for these unlikely companions, offering them a reprieve from the harsh winter night and the dangers that lurked outside. In their dreams, they found comfort and camaraderie, the bonds between them growing stronger as they faced the challenges of their world together. And as the snow fell outside, covering the airport in a blanket of white, SCP-682 and the dinosaurs slept on, safe and sound in their makeshift home. The story of their night in the warm hangar would become legend among the dinosaurs, a tale of survival, friendship, and the indomitable spirit that united them in the face of adversity. And as morning dawned and the snow began to melt, they knew that they were stronger together, ready to face whatever challenges the world threw their way. As the screen focuses on their feet and legs, the group of shivering dinosaurs like Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their teammates Charlie, Echo, and Delta are all seen walking around aimlessly, shivering heavily with their arms crossed tightly across their chests. Their sharp teeth chattering and their bodies shaking vigorously, they stumble upon a warm hangar inside a functional airport during a freezing cold winter snowfall night. Inside the hangar, SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, is sleeping peacefully. The dinosaurs enter the warm hangar and immediately start to feel relief from the cold. They lie down on the floor, huddled together underneath the blanket, but soon start to fall sick, sneezing and coughing. Their skulls turn sickly green, their nostrils red, and dark spots appear beneath their eyelids. Blue, the velociraptor, requests sleeping SCP-682 to make another blanket for them. Using telekinesis with its bladed tail, SCP-682 generates another blanket out of thin air and places it on top of the existing one. The dinosaurs snuggle underneath the double layers of the blanket, feeling a sense of comfort and warmth. As they lay there, still shivering and groaning in pain, Rexy speaks up. "Oh man, please can someone let us sleep? We are all sick," she says in a slow, groaning tone. SCP-682 stops her from leaving, using its tail to prevent her from going outside. Rexy looks at SCP-682 as it gestures for her to stay put. "It doesn't matter, I can deal with it. Now go to sleep, I won't repeat myself," SCP-682 says in a calm, neutral tone. Rexy reluctantly agrees and sits down, folding her arms across her chest. Outside, Godzilla starts to roam around the airport, causing a commotion. Rexy watches as SCP-682 engages in a fierce battle with the massive beast. With its incredible strength, SCP-682 defeats Godzilla, eats its body, and returns to the warm hangar, wiping the blood off its jaws with its tongue. The other dinosaurs, still lying on the floor, casually ask SCP-682 about the food it just consumed. "How was the food you ate? Did it go well?" Rexy asks. SCP-682 responds, "It was quite exhilarating." After closing the door with its tail, SCP-682 returns to sleeping on the floor inside the hangar. Rexy stares at it for a moment before snuggling back down with her companions underneath the blanket. Big E.T. Mother T-Rex nuzzles her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., calling her sweetheart as they both drift off to sleep. The dinosaurs sleep peacefully throughout the night, undisturbed by any further interruptions. The hangar is filled with warmth, the sound of their breathing, and the occasional movement from SCP-682. As they rest, the sense of unity and camaraderie among them grows stronger, despite the challenges they face. And at that moment, they find solace in each other's presence, in the midst of a cold and harsh world. Words, 494. It was a cold winter night, and the group of dinosaurs found themselves shivering heavily as they wandered aimlessly in search of shelter. Rexy, the female adult T-Rex from Jurassic World, Zeb the male adult Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion, Spino the male adult bipedal Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, Indy the female Indominus Rex from Jurassic World, Ripper the Indoraptor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Spike the neutral gender Scorpius Rex, and the mother-daughter T-Rex duo Big E.T. and Little E.T. from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous were all feeling the harsh effects of the freezing cold weather. Their sharp teeth chattered and their powerful bodies shook vigorously as they struggled to stay warm. As they stumbled upon a functional airport, they quickly made their way inside a warm hangar, where they found SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, sleeping peacefully. Without disturbing SCP-682, the dinosaurs lay down on the floor, huddling together underneath a warm blanket. However, the cold had taken its toll on them, and they soon fell sick. Their skulls turned sickly green, their nostrils red, and dark spots appeared beneath their eyelids. They sneezed and coughed, groaning and sighing in pain as they tried to get comfortable. Blue, the female velociraptor, requested SCP-682 to make another blanket for them, which it did using its bladed tail and telekinesis. The dinosaurs lay down underneath the double layer of blankets, sighing with relief as they finally started to feel warm. As they drifted off to sleep, Godzilla suddenly appeared outside the airport. Rexy, always one to protect her group, tried to go out and face the massive beast, but SCP-682 stopped her, assuring her that it could handle the situation. Reluctantly, Rexy accepted SCP-682's request to stay inside and rest. Outside, SCP-682 engaged in a brief but intense battle with Godzilla, ultimately defeating and devouring the monster. It returned to the warm hangar and closed the door with its bladed tail, ensuring the safety of the dinosaurs. As the group settled down for the night, Rexy asked SCP-682 how the meal was, to which it responded casually that it was exhilarating. With the threat of Godzilla gone, the dinosaurs could finally relax and drift off to sleep peacefully. As they slept, Big E.T., the mother T-Rex, nuzzled close to her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., calling her sweetheart and smiling softly as they snuggled together underneath the warm blankets. The night passed peacefully, with SCP-682 and the dinosaurs sleeping soundly inside the warm hangar. Despite the challenges they faced, they found comfort and safety in each other's company, creating a bond that transcended their differences and brought them together in a time of need. And as the snow fell outside, the group rested peacefully, ready to face whatever challenges the future held for them. The screen focuses on the feet and legs of the group of shivering dinosaurs, showing their sharp teeth chattering and their bodies shaking vigorously from the cold. They stumble upon a warm hangar inside a functional airport, where SCP-682, an indestructible monster reptile, is sleeping peacefully. Rexy, the female adult T-Rex, shivers heavily as she lies down on the cold floor with her dinosaur companions. She starts to feel sick, sneezing and coughing as her skull turns green and her eyes develop dark spots. Blue, the female velociraptor, requests SCP-682 to make another blanket for them. The sleeping monster uses telekinesis to create an extra blanket, providing warmth for the sick dinosaurs. As Rexy tries to leave the hangar to confront Godzilla outside, SCP-682 stops her with his bladed tail, insisting that he can handle the situation. Rexy reluctantly complies and watches as SCP-682 effortlessly defeats Godzilla, devouring the monster's body and returning to the hangar. After the battle, Rexy asks SCP-682 how the fight went, to which the monster replies casually that it was exhilarating. He then closes the door with his bladed tail and returns to sleep on the floor with the other dinosaurs. In the quiet warmth of the hangar, Big E.T. mother T-Rex nuzzles her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., calling her sweetheart as they snuggle together under the blankets. The dinosaurs drift off to sleep peacefully, with SCP-682 keeping watch over them. As the night goes on, the hangar is filled with the sound of gentle snoring from the sleeping dinosaurs, with SCP-682 blending in seamlessly with their peaceful slumber. The cold winter night outside seems a world away as the group finds comfort and safety in each other's company, their bond strengthened by their shared experience of facing the elements together. The story ends with the image of the dinosaurs sleeping soundly, their breathing steady and their bodies relaxed, protected by the warmth of the hangar and the watchful presence of SCP-682. As the snow falls silently outside, the group remains undisturbed, wrapped in the cocoon of safety and friendship they have found in each other. Words, 360. The shivering dinosaurs huddled together underneath the warm blanket, their sickly green scales contrasting with the red noses and dark spots beneath their eyelids. Blue, the leader of the Velociraptor pack, let out a heavy sigh before speaking in a raspy voice, "I can't believe we're all so sick. This cold is unbearable." Rexy, the wise and powerful T-Rex, nodded in agreement as she struggled to get comfortable on the cold floor. "We need to rest and recover. We can't afford to be weak in this unforgiving world." Indy, the fierce and intelligent Indominus Rex, sneezed loudly before adding, "I can't remember the last time I felt so terrible. We need to find a way to get better fast." As the dinosaurs tried to find solace in their discomfort, SCP-682 stirred in its sleep. The indestructible monster reptile sensed their distress and, despite its typically aloof demeanor, decided to help. Using its bladed tail, it conjured up another blanket for the shivering creatures, offering them some much-needed warmth. Ripper, the cunning Indoraptor, couldn't help but be impressed by SCP-682's gesture. "I never thought I'd see the day when that thing showed kindness. Maybe there's hope for us yet." Spike, the Scorpius Rex, clicked its pincers in agreement. "We should be grateful for this act of generosity. We owe it to SCP-682 to make a full recovery." As the dinosaurs settled in for the night, the sound of roaring filled the air. Godzilla had arrived, causing panic among the group. Rexy, ever the protector, stood tall and prepared to face the threat head-on. But SCP-682 intervened, using its incredible strength to defeat the massive beast in a matter of moments. As the remains of Godzilla lay lifeless on the ground, Rexy turned to SCP-682 with a newfound respect in her eyes. "How did you do that?" she asked, her voice filled with awe. SCP-682 simply shrugged. It was nothing. Now, let's focus on getting better and finding a way to survive this harsh world together. The dinosaurs nodded in agreement, grateful for SCP-682's help and determined to make a full recovery. As they drifted off to sleep, the warmth of the hangar enveloping them, they knew that they were stronger together than they ever could be alone. And so, in the midst of a cold and unforgiving world, a diverse group of dinosaurs found solace in each other's company, forging a bond that would endure even the most challenging of circumstances. And as they slept peacefully, the sound of SCP-682's gentle breathing serving as a lullaby, they knew that they were not just survivors but warriors united in the face of adversity. Words, 450. The dinosaurs lay on the floor, shivering heavily underneath the warm blanket, trying to find some respite from the freezing cold winter snowfall outside. Rexy, the female adult T-Rex from Jurassic World, groaned in pain as she wrapped the blanket tightly around herself. Ripper, the Indoraptor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, sneezed loudly, causing the other dinosaurs to stir. Ah, I can't stop shivering, Ripper complained, his sharp teeth chattering as he tried to get comfortable on the cold floor. Indy, the female Indominus Rex, sniffled and coughed, her sickly green skull showing signs of illness. I feel terrible, she mumbled, rubbing her red nose with her clawed hands. Spike, the neutral gender Scorpius Rex, glanced at her mother-daughter T-Rex duo, Big E.T. and Little E.T., who were huddled together underneath the blanket. We need to find a way to get warm, Spike suggested, her voice filled with concern. Just then, they stumbled upon a hangar with functional warm interiors within the airport. The dinosaurs hurried inside, grateful for the relief from the cold. As they lay down on the floor, they started to feel a bit better, the warmth seeping into their bones. But their sickness was still evident, with constant sneezes and coughs echoing through the hangar. Blue, the female Velociraptor from Jurassic World, spoke up. We need more blankets to stay warm, she said, her voice muffled from her stuffed-up nose. SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, who was sleeping peacefully in the hangar, stirred at Blue's request. Using his bladed tail, he conjured up another blanket and added it to the pile, ensuring the dinosaurs were well covered and toasty. Rexy and the others thanked SCP-682 for his help, feeling grateful for his kindness despite his intimidating appearance. As they settled down to rest, Rexy couldn't help but feel a pang of guilt for the creature outside that was causing a ruckus. Outside, Godzilla was causing chaos within the airport, his massive form shaking the ground with each step. Rexy watched from inside the hangar, torn between wanting to help and following SCP-682's orders to stay put. When SCP-682 stepped outside and effortlessly defeated Godzilla, devouring the monster whole, the other dinosaurs were in awe of his power. That was incredible, Spike exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder. After SCP-682 returned to the hangar and closed the door behind him, the dinosaurs settled back down to sleep, feeling safe and warm. Big E.T. nuzzled her daughter, Little E.T., calling her sweetheart as they drifted off to sleep, content in each other's company. As the night wore on, the dinosaurs slept soundly, their illnesses slowly fading away with the warmth of the hangar. The story ended with a sense of peace and camaraderie among the unlikely group of dinosaurs, brought together by the harsh winter weather and the kindness of a powerful creature like SCP-682. The freezing cold winter snowfall night covered the airport in a thick blanket of white snow as the group of shivering heavily dinosaurs made their way through the deserted halls. Their feet and legs were visible as they trudged through the snow, their sharp teeth chattering and their bodies shaking violently from the cold. Rexy, the female adult T-Rex from Jurassic World, led the group with Zeb, the male adult Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion movie, Spino, the male adult bipedal Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, Indy, the female Indominus Rex from Jurassic World, Ripper, the Indoraptor from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Spike, the neutral gender Scorpius Rex, and the mother-daughter T-Rex duo, Big E.T. and Little E.T. from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Netflix show, along with Blue, the female adult Velociraptor, and her teammates Charlie, Echo, and Delta. Despite their fierce appearances, the dinosaurs could not withstand the extreme weather for too long. They stumbled upon a functional hangar within the airport, where SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, was sleeping peacefully. The dinosaurs entered the warm hangar and huddled together on the cold floor, shivering and coughing as they fell sick from the cold. Blue asked SCP-682 to make another blanket for them, and the sleeping monster obliged, using his bladed tail to generate a new blanket out of thin air. The dinosaurs gratefully accepted the additional warmth and settled down to rest, their sickly green skulls and red nostrils a stark contrast to their usually vibrant colors. As they lay underneath the double layer of blankets, sneezing and coughing, Rexy suddenly noticed Godzilla roaming outside the airport. Concerned for her companions, she attempted to go outside, but SCP-682 stopped her, insisting that he could handle the situation. Rexy reluctantly agreed and watched as SCP-682 engaged in a battle with Godzilla, eventually defeating the massive beast and devouring its remains. Returning to the hangar, SCP-682 closed the door with his bladed tail and settled back down to sleep. Rexy, still standing with her arms crossed, asked the monster how the food was. SCP-682 casually replied that it was exhilarating, before drifting off to sleep once more. The other dinosaurs, including Big E.T. and Little E.T., snuggled together underneath the blankets, finding comfort in each other's warmth. The hangar was filled with the sound of their steady breathing as they drifted off to sleep, safe and protected from the cold winter night outside. As the snow continued to fall outside, the dinosaurs slept peacefully inside the warm hangar, their bodies finally able to rest after a long and exhausting journey. The soft glow of the moonlight illuminated their resting forms, casting a sense of calm and tranquility over the scene. In the darkness of the night, SCP-682 and the dinosaurs found solace in each other's company, united by their shared struggle against the elements. As they dreamt of warmer days ahead, a sense of camaraderie and friendship filled the hangar, creating a bond that transcended their differences and brought them together in solidarity and peace. And as the night passed into dawn, the group of dinosaurs awoke feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead of them. Words. The cold wind howled outside the airport, sending shivers down the spines of the group of dinosaurs huddled together inside the warm hangar functional interiors. Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their teammates Charlie, Echo, and Delta were all trembling heavily, their sharp teeth chattering as they struggled to keep warm. As they lay on the floor underneath a thick blanket, their sickly green skulls and red nostrils showing signs of sickness, Blue spoke up, her voice hoarse from coughing. I can't take this cold anymore. We need another blanket. Just then, SCP-682, the neutral yet indestructible monster reptile, who had been sleeping peacefully, stirred. Using his bladed tail, he generated another blanket out of thin air and laid it over the dinosaurs. They sighed in relief and snuggled closer together, grateful for the extra warmth. Rexy, always the tough leader, stood up, but SCP-682 blocked her path with his tail. Leave it to me. I'll take care of it, he said calmly. You need to rest. Rexy looked at him, unsure, but eventually nodded and lay back down. The other dinosaurs watched as SCP-682 went outside and engaged in a brief but intense battle with Godzilla, the massive beast that had been causing them trouble. Using his incredible strength and telekinesis, SCP-682 defeated Godzilla, devouring his body and returning to the hangar covered in blood. The dinosaurs looked on in awe as he cleaned himself up and returned to his spot on the floor, closing the door behind him with his tail. As the group settled back down to sleep, Rexy couldn't help but ask, how was the food? SCP-682 grinned, his multiple eyes glowing brightly. Exhilarating. I feel stronger than ever. With a final nod, he closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep, surrounded by his newfound friends. Big E.T. Mother T-Rex nuzzled her daughter, Little E.T., calling her sweetheart as they snuggled together underneath the blanket. The dinosaurs all slept peacefully, the warmth of the hangar comforting them as the snow fell outside. It was a rare moment of tranquility in a world filled with danger and uncertainty, but for now, they were safe, together, and at peace. And as the night went on, the sound of snores filled the hangar, blending with the howling wind outside, creating a symphony of peace and contentment that echoed through the cold winter night. It was a freezing cold winter night, and the group of dinosaurs, including Rexy, Zeb, Spino, Indy, Ripper, Spike, Blue, and their teammates, found themselves shivering heavily as they walked aimlessly through the snow. Their sharp teeth chattered, and their powerful bodies shook vigorously as they struggled to withstand the extreme weather. As they stumbled upon a functional airport hangar, they quickly entered the warm interiors, seeking refuge from the cold. Inside, they found SCP-682, the indestructible monster reptile, sleeping peacefully. The dinosaurs, still shivering and feeling unwell, lay down on the floor near each other, wrapping themselves in blankets to try and stay warm. Blue, the leader of the velociraptors, spoke up, requesting SCP-682 to make another blanket for them. Using its bladed tail, SCP-682 created another blanket out of thin air and added it to the pile, providing some much-needed warmth for the sick dinosaurs. As they lay there, coughing and sneezing, their ailments worsened. Their skulls turned sickly green, their nostrils became red, and dark spots appeared beneath their eyelids. Despite their discomfort, they found some relief in the double layer of blankets and tried to rest. Outside, Godzilla began to roam the airport, causing concern among the dinosaurs. Rexy, the matriarch of the group, decided to confront the massive beast, but SCP-682 intervened, using its telekinetic powers to defeat Godzilla and devour its body. Once the threat was eliminated, Rexy and the other dinosaurs thanked SCP-682 for its help. The creature returned to the warm hangar and closed the door with its bladed tail, ensuring their safety for the night. As they settled down to sleep, Rexy nuzzled her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., calling her sweetheart and smiling contentedly. The group drifted off to sleep, feeling grateful for the warmth and protection provided by SCP-682. In the peaceful serenity of the hangar, the dinosaurs slept soundly, their troubles forgotten for the time being. Despite the challenges they faced, they had found comfort and safety in each other's company, along with the unexpected but welcome aid of SCP-682. And as they rested, they knew that they would face whatever came their way together, united as a resilient and determined group of prehistoric creatures. Words, 373. The night was bitterly cold as the group of shivering dinosaurs found themselves outside in the freezing winter snowfall. Rexy, the female T-Rex from Jurassic World, Zeb, the male Giganotosaurus, Spino, the male Spinosaurus, Indy, the female Indominus Rex, Ripper, the Indoraptor, Spike the Scorpius Rex, Blue the Velociraptor, along with her team members Charlie, Echo, and Delta, were all shaking uncontrollably as they wandered aimlessly in the snow. They stumbled upon a functional airport hangar and quickly sought refuge inside. In the warm interiors of the hangar, they lay down on the cold floor, wrapping themselves in a blanket SCP-682 had conjured for them using telekinesis. Despite the warmth, the dinosaurs were still shivering and soon fell sick, sneezing and coughing as their health deteriorated. Blue, the Velociraptor, requested SCP-682, who was sleeping peacefully in a corner, to make another blanket for them. The creature obliged, using his bladed tail to create a second blanket for the dinosaurs. As they lay underneath the double layers of warmth, they began to feel some relief, though they were still groaning in pain. As the night wore on, Godzilla entered the airport, causing Rexy to stir. SCP-682 intervened, communicating with Rexy and convincing her to stay put while he dealt with the massive monster. In a show of power, SCP-682 defeated and devoured Godzilla, returning to the hangar covered in blood. The dinosaurs, impressed by SCP-682's strength, inquired about his meal. The creature nonchalantly replied that it was quite exhilarating. With the threat eliminated, SCP-682 closed the hangar door and settled back down to sleep. Rexy, overcome by the events of the night, cuddled up next to her adolescent daughter, Little E.T., under the blanket. She nuzzled her daughter, calling her sweetheart before drifting off to sleep, feeling grateful for the protection provided by SCP-682. As the dinosaurs rested peacefully in the warmth of the hangar, a sense of camaraderie and gratitude filled the air. Despite the hardships they had faced, they knew they were stronger together and could rely on each other for support. The night passed without any further disturbances, and the dinosaurs awoke the next morning feeling refreshed and recovered. They thanked SCP-682 for his assistance before going their separate ways, knowing that they had formed a unique bond through their shared experiences in the frozen night. As they ventured out into the new day, the dinosaurs carried with them a sense of resilience and unity, ready to face whatever challenges the future may hold. The events of that fateful night had brought them closer together, forging a bond that would last a lifetime. And as they roamed the world once more, they did so with newfound strength and determination, knowing that they could conquer any obstacle as long as they stood together. Words, 472.